Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, dear Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English news transmission on the online TV weekly Buddhist Newsreel, a comprehensive channel. Here are the headlines of major Buddhist news of the week. Official letter of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Council on prevention and control of virus corona disease. Ho Chi Minh City, solemn opening of Medicine Buddha by Saya Guru altar to pray for equanimity at Vietnam National Temple. Ho Chi Minh City, spring meeting and compliments to leaders of Buddhist Sangha. Hanoi, sacred moment of Lunar New Year's Eve at Bang Pagoda. Biden Pagoda Festival inauguration, spring of the Year of the Rat, induction National Tourism Year 2020. Firstly, it's the breaking news relating to the prevention of coronavirus spreading. Yesterday, January 31st, 2020, the Chairman of Administration Council, Most Venerable THÁNG Nhân propagated the official letter number 027/CV on measure for prevention of acute respiratory inflammation caused by coronavirus.
Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Independence, Freedom, Happiness. Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administration Council. Number 027 CV-HDTS reference, Prevention and Control of Acute Respiratory Infections, Coronavirus. Hanoi, January 31st, 2020. To the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administration Boards of Provinces and Cities. In these days, there is an outbreak of acute respiratory infections caused by a new strain of coronavirus originating from Wuhan, China, and spreading very rapidly. The World Health Organization, WHO, has declared a global emergency medical condition. Vietnam is warned of very high risk of outbreaks. The Prime Minister has issued Directive 0.6 CTTTG on strengthening measures to prevent and combat the complication of the coronavirus disease. The Standing Committee of the Administration Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha requests the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha of provinces and cities to intensify the information to pagodas, monks, nuns, Buddhists, and the people to be aware of the dangers and risk of transmission infection, outbreak of coronavirus disease. Buddhist monks and nuns must have a high sense of responsibility in preventing, combating, and preventing epidemics. It is to take the preventive measures, requiring everyone going to pagoda with a preventive mask to wear on. Pagodas are encouraged to organize the distribution of masks for lay people, Buddhists, and visitors to the pagodas. Pagodas are advised to stop holding festivals and ritual services which gather crowds of people from many different regions and localities. It is only to organize daily prayers for the peace country and equanimity at the pagoda. We pray for the Buddha bless mankind to have full energy and wisdom to overcome dangerous epidemics and return to a peaceful life. Best regards. Recipients, destination as above, Standing Committee of Administration Council, Government Religious Committee, press agencies, archived in Office 1 and Office 2 of Central Standing Committee. Chairman of Standing Committee, Venerable THÁNG Nhân.
On the 6th of Lunar New Year, a large number of monks and nuns, Buddhists, returned to Vietnam National Temple, Ho Chi Minh City, to attend the opening ceremony of the Buddhist altar praying held by Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in accordance with the annual tradition.
In witness, it was honored to have Elder Venerable THÁNG, Deputy Prelate cum Chief of the Council of Patrons, Head of the City Buddhist Administration Board, Venerable THÁNG Hạnh, Member of the Administration Board, Venerable THÁNG Nhân, Chairman of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Venerable Yoshimitsu Dachi, former President of the Pure Land Buddhism of Japan, and the Divine Worship of Divisions, Sections, and Buddhists among the attendants. Elder Venerable Vice Dharma Master celebrated the ritual of purification by sprinkling to praise the statue of Medicine Buddha solemnly at the conference. Accordingly, monks and nuns chanted in chorus the title of Medicine Buddha to pray for the prosperity of Buddhism, peace for the world, and sentient beings. Venerable Thích Lệ Trang expressed good wishes on the birthday of Venerable Vice Prelate, head of the administration. In the same morning, Venerable head of the administration board of Ho Chi Minh City and the Venerable Standing Committee of the administration board came to the office area to worship and set first footstep on the land at the beginning of the year and prayed for all Buddhist activities of the city Buddhism to achieve many successes with satisfaction. On this occasion, Elder Venerable also wished all of the best faith and happiness in the new year, a lot of strength and energy to unite Ho Chi Minh City Buddhism in the forefront of all Buddhist affairs.
On the morning of January 28, 2020, at the Central Committee of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Ho Chi Minh City Central Committee had a meeting at the beginning of the Lunar New Year 2020 to celebrate the New Year and to bless the venerable leaders of the Council of Patrons of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha.
In witness, it was honored to have Elder Venerable Thích Đức Nghiệp, Deputy Prelate, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân, Chairman of Buddhist Sangha, Venerable Thích Thiện Pháp, Standing Vice Chairman of the Administration Council, heads of the Central Committees, and the venerables from all sections, institutions, and the Buddhists. Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân respectfully offered his vote to celebrate it to the Elder Venerable Thích Đức Nghiệp, the Venerable Deputy Prelate, fried the religious leaders of the standing committees of the Administration Council, and wish them a happy, successful, and joyful spring. Venerable Thích Huệ Thông generalized many Buddhist achievements in 2019 and sent New Year greetings to the venerable leaders of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. Giving words of good faith, Venerable Thích Thiện Nhân sent his New Year greeting and praised the achievement attained by central sections, institutions, as well as the Central Office No. 2. In response to the concerns of two venerable leaders of the Buddhist Sangha, the monks and nuns of the Sangha, this paid homage to the good old age of the venerable and wished the venerable monk a happy New Year, accomplishing all the Buddhist affairs for the next year.
On Lunar New Year's Eve, the most important moment of the year, many Vietnamese go to the temple to worship Buddha, pray for luck, blessing, and happiness in the new year for themselves and for their loved ones. The homage visit to pagoda at the beginning of the year becomes a cultural beauty in all strata of society. At Bằng Pagoda, Linh Tiên Tự Sanctuary, late at night on January 24, 2020, on the 30th of Tet, Venerable Abbot Thích Bảo Nghiêm performed incense offering, chanting, praying to the Buddha to pray for the peaceful world and undisturbed people.
When the clock pointed at 12 o'clock on the first day of the new year of the rat, many people returned to Bang Pagoda to worship Buddha, went sightseeing around the pagoda, and received meaningful New Year's gifts from Venerable Abbot. It was a card printed with the name of the Buddhas and the words of the Buddha teaching in the sutras, so that each person could take that as a guideline to live in the new year of the rat. At 8 a.m. on the first day of the new year, the Dharma ashram of Hanoi and the Buddhists gathered to listen to the first Dharma talk about the importance of Tet and the culture of going to the pagoda in the traditional life of the Vietnamese people during the new year. Venerable hoped that in the new year, people could do as many good deeds together as possible, living together with the spirit of the four immeasurables, loving kindness or benevolence, compassion, empathetic joy, equanimity, so that life can be peaceful and satisfying when staying under the roof of the Dharma. From the early morning of the third day of the Lunar New Year, a large number of Dharma ashram lay persons from the Buddhist Sangha, Hanoi, and many delegations came to worship Buddha, Patriarch's Day, and bringing best wishes to the Venerable on the occasion of the New Year's spring. The Venerable encouraged the Buddhists to keep their mind pure when going to pagoda, not in a hurry. First, to respect the three jewels, pay homage to the masters, visit the abbot, visit the scene to see the beauty of the pagoda that was created by our ancestors, and now being preserved by monks and nuns.
On January 30, 2020, on the 6th day of Lunar New Year of the Rat, a festival of Buddhist pagoda took place in Ninh Bình Province. This is one of the biggest festivals in the north to open the program of National Tourism Year 2020 with the theme Hoa Lư, 1,000 Year Ancient Capital.
In witness, it was honored to have Venerable Thích Thanh Đàm, Deputy Prelate of Council of Patrons of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Venerable Thích Thanh Nhiễu, Permanent Vice Chairman of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Abbess of Biden Pagoda, Venerable Thích Thanh Điện, Deputy Secretary General and Chefs of Central Buddhist Sangha Office with monks and nuns. There were also the leaders of the parties, state and local authorities, and numerous Buddhists from many places. During the inaugurations of the festival, there were a performance of Buddhist offerings and drum performance to announce the openings of the festival, to welcome a new spring in the civilized land of the 1,000-year-old capital, Hoa Lư. Venerable Thích Thanh Nhiễu delivered the opening speech. Venerable also sent wishes for health and peace to the monks and nuns, guests and delegates, and all Buddhists among the attendants. This is the sixth festival since THÁNG Aesthetic Complex in Philippine Biden Pagoda was honored by UNESCO as a mixed cultural and natural heritage. Also an opening program to celebrate the National Tourist Year 2020 with the theme Hoa Lư, 1,000 Year Ancient Capital. The Venerable were grateful to the central and local leaders and thousands of Buddhists for attending. It was a great encouragement to the cause of Dharma ministry activities, serving the Dharma enactment and the people. Deputy Prime Minister Mr. Trương Hòa Bình struck the opening drum, and Miss Nguyễn Thị Thanh toned 9 rounds of the bell to officially open the Red Year Spring Festival in 2020, starting a National Tourist Year in 2020. At the end of the ceremony, the dignitaries and monks and the distinguished guests headed to the manhole to burn incense and carried the palanquin to Biden Pagoda, ending the spring festivals of the Red Year in the boundless joy.
Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, the last news has started this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.